Hi, I'm John Sharundalo of the Sharundalo Law Firm here in Syracuse, New York. I just came inside from doing an inspection of a 2011 vehicle that was manufactured by the General Motors Company. This vehicle is one of many hundreds of thousands that was manufactured during the years of 2003 through 2014 that had a defective ignition switch. In the case that I just got done looking at the vehicle, a young man, 21 years old, was driving the vehicle down the roadway when all of a sudden the power to the vehicle stopped. He was traveling about 65 miles an hour, and at that time, with no power to the vehicle, he lost a significant control of the steering column because the steering assist no longer worked. The result was he drove off of the roadway, hit a tree, and upon hitting the tree was seriously injured. None of the airbags in the vehicle had gone off, and the seatbelt didn't even hold him into position. Many of these problems were as a result of the fact that there was no power to the vehicle once the ignition switch turned the power off to the vehicle. Now, General Motors knew about this defect for years. In fact, in 2003 and 2004, there were memos going back in between a number of different individuals at the General Motors company deciding what to do with the vehicle, with this defective ignition switch. The end result was that General Motors decided to do nothing. They notified nobody. They changed nothing. They continued to manufacture the vehicle with the same switch. And it was only some 10 years later that the switch was changed. At no time did they ever notify anyone, despite the fact that according to the National Highway Traffic and Safety Administration, there were over 18 deaths that were related to this particular defect in General Motors vehicles. In the case that I saw today, this young man will never walk again. He is a paraplegic and will not be able to walk as a result of this defect. He had no knowledge that there was a defect. General Motors had not told anyone. And it was only this past January and February when General Motors finally fessed up and in hearings in front of Congress finally admitted that they knew of this particular defect for many years and yet failed to do anything about it. If you've been injured in a General Motors vehicle as a result of a defect, give me a call. My number is 315-449-9500, and you can reach me pretty much anytime from 8 in the morning till 8 o'clock at night. We handle products liability cases such as this one and do it on a regular basis. And in cases like this, General Motors has an obligation to advise and warn people out in the field that their ignition switches were defective. When they don't do that, they are liable to the individuals under rules of products liability. Again, it's John Sharundalo. Good night. God bless.